Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing rather well. We are back once again at London Heathrow Airport today in the awesome British Airways BEA retro liveried Fenix A319 for a little flight off to Bologna in Italy. Operated last week on this specific aircraft in real life. But today, the real aircraft, the real flight rather, Speedbird 542 Whiskey, which is our call sign for today, is actually delayed. It was meant to depart at 11:30ish, I think, roughly. Storm Lillian still affecting the UK. It's battering the north at the moment, really affecting Leeds, Bradford and all the rest of it. But it's also having a big knock-on effect in real-life operations at London Heathrow with flow and slot restrictions put in place. And because of that, a significant delay to the real-world Heathrow Bologna service, which is currently, I think actually, let me just check. I think it's due to push back now for a delayed departure. So we're going to be chasing the real aircraft. It's on last call actually as we speak, with an estimated off-blocks time of now and a sort of estimated takeoff time of 13:21. So we're going to potentially be racing the real jet, albeit a little bit behind. We are here with this beautiful BA cabin as well for a flight that's going to take just shy of 2 hours. Welcome to all of you in the chat. Patricio, Canadian Flight Simmer, Doc, saying Bologna is using 1-2 now. Zato, welcome. Living the dream, good afternoon. LJC, Ancient Dino, and Carlito, how are you doing? If I just mute the music. Can't quite hear it yet. I was hoping to hear the safety demonstration. Not the safety demonstration, but the boarding music that you get. But it's not being played, but that's fine. And I've got a little something for you as well, once we do push back. So while the boarding's going ahead, there is an update to GSX today, but I haven't downloaded it, so I don't know if it's going to include support for the Fenix A319 and 21. We will head into the flight deck for a review of today's flights, which we should be pushing back in about 10 minutes from now. So I'm going to go to the current air traffic control frequency, which is Heathrow Tower. They're running on information mic at the moment, QNH 1005, and 27 right is in use for departures currently. So change that. That was good timing, wasn't it? So if we can have a little look at our charts for today, you can see there, as Doc says, 30, which we initially planned for, is now no longer in use. David, good afternoon. Grey shirt, Gav, how are you doing, folks? Hope you're well. But we're going to, there we go, push start facing north. We're going to head out of Link, or out of Alpha, onto Alpha basically, all the way down. I'm assuming that we're going to get Alpha 4 for an intersection departure, so I've done the performance calculations based upon that, but we'll find out what happens we get a bit closer. We may get given Alpha 5, for example, in which case we'll need to rerun the numbers and just make sure we've got our performance sorted out. If not, we might get full length at Alpha 3. So we'll get guided by air traffic control, whatever our clearance is for the departure. After we do take off though, we're going to fly runway heading to 2DME London's VOR 1136, at which point we begin a nice left turn over the reservoirs to head out towards the Epsom NDB 136 degrees for a few miles, and as we pass that we're going to head eastbound, flying just to the south side of Biggin Hill, climbing up to Detling's VOR at 6,000 feet. Our routing then is going to have us head over the Kent coast at Dover, over to the Coxey VOR at Belgium, before routing up towards the Alps and down into Italy. We've taken this route because the World Update, was it World Update 18 I think it might have been? It was released yesterday with Germany, Austria, the Alps all included. So I want to go over the Alps and see what there is as a bit of a difference compared to yesterday, for example. So we're taking the scenic route, so to speak, and then later on we'll go through the arrival procedures as we do get a bit closer. Only 99 passengers on board for today's service in the little dinky A319. And we've got loads of people flying along by the looks of it as well, which is an absolute cracker. We've got some Osprey pilots flying alongside as well. Dust, good afternoon. Waiting to go to the cinema to see Aliens Romulus, nice. David, good morning. Matthew, you too. And Canadian Flight Simmer, hope you're well. This is going to be a good one today. Going to be quite nice. First time flying into Italy for a very long time. Let's get our clearance. What do we got here? Mike. Heyo, hello. I think he means to say guys. Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Speedbird 542 Whiskey, stand 509 Airbus A319 with Mike QNH 1005, request clearance to Bologna. Cleared as filed, Bologna, Detling 2 Foxtrot, Squawk 603 for Speedbird 542 Whiskey. Lovely! Last stream of the week before we go back to work for me, and the search for a puppy continues as well. I've got an appointment to go and see a breeder about 2 and a bit hours from where I live, so it may well be we find our new family member there. Very exciting. We can't hear the ATC today, Dirty 2. Good spot. It's because it's on the same feed as GSX and I hate hearing the beeps. So I muted it. He's busy. Let's get the APU fired up. Nav lights, you've got signs. 83% for the bags. Quick check of the real flight.
Austrian 455 Delta, welcome to Heathrow. Second right, Bravo, Kilo, stands 219. Bye bye.
Last call still.
Second right, Bravo, then Kilo, and stand 219, Austrian 455 Delta.
We might actually get ahead. Estimated take-off time, yeah. There you go, gates now closed. Whoa, what are the chances? I think we might push at the same time. Very exciting. The real flight's going on an A320 today. Sorry if I'm loud down the mic. It's very exciting when we match a real world flight by accident. We're meant to basically follow 4 hours, 3 hours behind, 2 hours behind, but alas, it's gone the other way for us, which is very exciting. Weather-wise, this is what we've got here for the performance and things. So with the calculations, V1152, V2156. We're going to pop in the NADP2 departure stuff. Flex of 80, which is a bit crazy. But yeah, there you go. And the init page looks like this: cruiser flight level 390, cost index of 15, and there are our weights. And then similarly, we've got that departure put in there: the Detling 2 Foxtrot to Detling, then Dover and across the water to Belgium.
It's going to be left Alpha and
we can now
Alpha 4.
Close up the jets.
Left Alpha, hold Alpha 4, Speedbird 9529.
That APU should be running now. There it is. It's good. Let's get that sorted out first. Declan, good afternoon. Ancient Dino, checking in on the weather for him near Leeds. Crazy bad for you up there, isn't it?
Shuttle 2 Alpha, contact Heathrow Director 119.
Brakes are already on.
730. Bye bye.
Heathrow Director 119, thanks for your help. Bye bye.
Keeps wiggling the things. Right, anyway, so in the Fenix A320 we can just turn the beacon on and it will begin a kind of chain of events like so to prep the pushback. I'm going to pause the music.
The Osprey 490, hold position just now. I'll have traffic crossing behind you shortly.
Roger, hold position, Osprey 100.
Hello, Captain.
Speedbird 950 Mike, push start approved, facing east, caution, the company 2 stands to your left will also be pushing.
So he's good, that's clear.
Traffic push and start approved.
Looks like he's waiting to push.
Speedbird 45 Golf, push start approved, facing east.
British approved facing east, Speedbird 45 Golf.
Pop those on.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Dusty says he once followed a British Airways A320 all the way to Madeira, where we put pretty much were neck and neck until they did a go around and he landed. Nice. It reckons it's going to be off blocks pretty much any second. I'm just trying to find. Let me just go into flight radar. And we're actually on the real stand, the same stand 509 that the real jet is on for this flight for today.
Air France 90 Golf Golf, Roger, you can cross 27 left onto Lima, hold Lima 2.
Okay, there you go. Actual start time 13:07. He's on push.
Shuttle 9 Golf,
Stop release time, I think that means actually.
Second left Bravo, link 55 Alpha, stand 506.
Close one left. Wink.
Link 5 Alpha, stand 506, thank you. Speedbird 9 Golf.
Shuttle 9 Golf, it's second left Bravo, then
Is he at
link
Heathrow
55,
today?
then Alpha, then stand 506.
Yes, yes, Bravo.
No, Simon, it's
then
just a
link
pure
55
coincidence for
Alpha,
today, buddy.
stand
You don't have to
506,
follow real flights on VATSIM.
9 Golf.
Speedbird 542 Whiskey, fully ready, request push start and turn.
Speedbird 452 Whiskey, the push and start's approved, push straight back please.
Push start approved, and we'll try for the straight push. Speedbird 542 Whiskey.
Yeah, the traffic on your left going to be pushing at the same time.
Roger.
Osprey 4900, push start approved, face north, caution traffic on your right is also pushing.
Straight push back.
Push start approved, face
Release
north.
parking brakes.
Well, that's a non-standard. I like it.
Speedbird 20 Hotel Juliet, cleared land, 27 left, wind 27014 knots.
Oops.
Release parking brakes.
So he's there. Left, right look clear.
All engines clear.
Beacons, lights, signs.
Ground, EIN 5NJ, stand number 583.
He's pushing as well at the same time. We're going straight back into that link. There. Look at that. Beautiful
Speedbird 20
Okay,
Hotel
ignition, start,
Juliet,
engine
Roger,
2.
no worries, fly standard, missed approach procedure, contact Heathrow Director 119.730.
Taser, welcome.
Shamrock 5 Mike Juliet, it's quite clear you're very new and you don't have a clue what you're doing, so go and try somewhere quieter please. Heathrow is not the best place to try if you're new.
What place do you recommend that has controllers?
I don't recommend anywhere, just not here.
Speedbird Tower, good morning. Kuwaiti 102 with information, Mike requesting IFR to Kuwait.
Q2102, Heathrow Tower, hello, cleared Kuwait City, Ed Stetling to Foxtrot, departure squawk 0740.
Squawk 0740, cleared to Kuwaiti, depth 2 Fox to departure.
That was interesting, but I've sent that pilot a little message saying try Edinburgh, buddy. Quite quiet and simple with newer controllers.
Monarch 7194, hold position.
Ooh, that I think looks like the end of the push.
Parking brakes.
Sets. Alright, so we've got something a little snazzy for you.
Second left Bravo, hold Dingo.
Second left Bravo, hold
And it's
Dingo.
this. If it works. Ta-da! The new BA safety demonstration.
45 Golf, you ready for taxi?
But I'll play it in just a second. We've still got to finish the push sequence.
Unlocking gear.
This is our Speedbird 891, it's 515, press push start.
Speedbird 891, push that approved, face north.
Tow truck disconnected.
Jolly good.
Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is
Waiting
clear.
on engine 1 to stabilise. That sounds like pack 1's just gone online.
90 Golf, Golf, take your second right on Alpha.
And engine
hold
1 is
Alpha 4.
available.
Second right on Alpha and
Engineer no, quite often on these smaller aeroplanes the safety demonstration recording wouldn't work, or the screens won't come out or something, so you end up reverting to kind of normal, kind of the old school way of doing it, so to speak. Ground spoilers arms, reset 0, rudders, from 1 plus F, that's set.
Left on Bravo, hold
Performance,
bingo, give way to the company
up
A320, passing
1.4.
right to left on Bravo.
Flight controls,
Okay, second left on Bravo.
1.4, fully right.
We'll give way to
Back to neutral, fully left, back to neutral. Ooh, to there, forwards,
Heathrow Tower had a Speedbird
all the way back,
Echo
fully left, back to neutral. Alright. Yeah, it was sound advice to the controller, he's not wrong. Heathrow is not the place. As exciting as it is to fly A319 with ATC, you've got to know what you're doing here at Heathrow, because it's a tough environment for a new pilot. That's set, that's good. And I've always recommended avoiding Heathrow and Gatwick like the plague if you knew. He's very loud. Right.
Speedbird 5 Lima Echo.
Enjoy.
Direct, thanks. Break. Speedbird 950 Mike. Taxi link 58 Alpha. Hold Alpha 4.
Link 5 at Alpha, hold Alpha 4. Speedbird 950 Mike.
79 Golf, link 55 currently occupied, so if you carry straight ahead, left on link 56, take stand 505.
Do I smell the winds of war? I see smoke on the horizon.
Thank you. Speedbird 9 Golf.
Speedbird 542 Whiskey, request taxi.
Cigarettes, vaping, and the use of other smoking devices is not permitted at any time whilst on board.
Speedbird 542 Whiskey, taxi Alpha, northbound and Alpha, hold short link 56.
Taxi northbound Alpha, link 56 to hold there, Speedbird 542 Whiskey.
Monarch 7194, push start approved, face east.
It moves. Larger devices, including laptops, must be switched off and placed in your luggage for takeoff and landing. Please
Speedbird 20 Hotel.
Is it working, safety demonstration?
Left wind westerly 14 knots.
when not being used during the flight. If you do lose your device
Air
within your
France
seat,
9 Golf,
please
Golf
don't
from
leave
Alpha
the
4,
seat
clear
beside
takeoff,
you.
27 right, wind 270 degrees 14 knots.
Figure 27 right, France 9 straight, all go back.
One can't be too choosy.
It was the one you
Hand
took our
luggage must be placed
below.
under the seat in front of you,
Please delivery to Bologna.
Bit quiet.
or carefully above,
mic on
in an
board.
overhead locker.
Hopefully that
So
solves
it
it.
doesn't block any aisles.
To be fair, it doesn't help the ATC so
Going
much.
to the
0 401, stand by,
Please check your
break,
seatbelt is
off
fastened
base
securely
490,
and worn
taxi
whenever
Alpha,
the
hold
seatbelt
short,
signs are
link
on.
56.
It is fastened like this, adjusted like this, and opened like
Speedbird
this.
452 Whiskey, give way to the company A320, passing right to left, continue on Alpha, hold Alpha 4.
For takeoff and landing.
Give way to the company traffic passing right to left ahead and continue Alpha, hold Alpha 4, Speedbird 542
For
Whiskey.
your comfort and safety in case of turbulence, we recommend you keep your seatbelts fastened and visible at all times. Tight up!
Speedbird 778, push that first, face north.
Oxygen will be provided, and masks will appear automatically. If you are wearing a
Speedbird
face
401,
mask,
clear
please
the
remove
failed,
it
Max
before putting on the oxygen mask.
Foxtrot
Stay in your
departure,
seat,
squawk,
pull the oxygen mask towards you, and
0752.
place it over your mouth and nose, and breathe normally, adjusting the
Clear to
band
burn
to secure
via
it.
Max
Please
C1 Fox
note, the
departure,
bag
squawk
may not
0752.
inflate. You may need to pull on a coloured streamer
Kuwaiti
to
102
release
heavy
your
at
mask.
10,
Ensure
249
your
over
own
Bristol.
mask is fitted before helping anyone
102, push
else.
start approved, face north.
Push start approved, face north, Kuwaiti
This is
102.
one of their finest safety
Your life
demonstrations.
jacket is underneath or beside your seat. If required, remove the jacket from its container and pull it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie securely in a double bow
Osprey
at the
490,
side.
continue on Alpha,
To
hold Alpha
inflate,
4.
pull the red toggle as shown, and the air can be topped up by using this mouthpiece. There is a whistle and a light for attracting attention. Please do
Speedbird
not inflate your life
45
jacket
Golf,
until you're
give
outside of
way
the aircraft.
to the A320 currently at your 10 o'clock. Then continue taxi link 58 Alpha, hold Alpha 4.
Should we need to evacuate, move quickly to the nearest usable exit. Taking nothing with you as carrying baggage may block aisles and exits and delay your evacuation. Low-level lighting will guide you to
Mike
exit.
Alpha 4, clear
All
takeoff
exits
27
clearly
right,
marked
wind
have been pointed
270
out to
degrees,
you.
14 knots.
Eyes on your cabin crew.
Good takeoff 27 right for
Please locate your nearest exit.
Everyone
Remember,
flying
it
3
may
Golf
be
Golf,
behind
contact
A little
you
bit of
for
braking
direction
issue going on
119,
there.
automatically
Just flicking the flag deck
evacuation slides.
so we don't steer off the taxiway.
Removed as they may tear the slide.
This red handle is for emergency use only, and its instructions are found inside your suite. Doors must
Monarch
be secured open for
7194,
taxi,
taxi,
takeoff and
second
landing.
left onto
All this
Bravo,
important
hold bingo.
information can be found on your safety card. This includes the brace position, and this is the brace position!
Speedbird 401, request pushback 10-5 to retreat.
Oh, George!
Speedbird 401, hold
If your seat
position, I'll
is
call you
fitted with
back
the shoulder
shortly.
strap, you must adopt this position.
Please now check. Your seat is in the takeoff position with the armrest down. Your table is folded away. Personal devices unplugged.
It is the
and
latest
window
video
blinds
mic.
are
Should be on
open
the
or
aircraft
set
now,
to
actually,
clear.
yeah.
If you have a
Speedbird
footstool or a
Studio
video
Hotel
screen,
Juliet,
please stow these now.
A letter,
thanks.
Lady Bench.
If you taxi
1973.
Alpha, link
What is
5
this?
to
I
Yankee,
believe it's a
and
safety card,
stand
ma'am.
5
Please
to
have a good
4.
look at your safety card before we depart, and if you have any questions, just ask your cabin crew.
And as always, wherever you go, whomever you
Downward
see,
Speedbird 5 Lima Echo, ready for
Look
push
after
and
one
start,
another.
stand 5 to 2.
And never change.
Speedbird 5 Lima Echo, hold position, I'll call you back shortly.
off the air.
Or perchance
Hold
a
it,
celestial contrivance navigating the skies?
No, man. That's a British Airways A319.
There you go, consider yourselves briefed for departure. I do like all that kind of stuff. Great safety demonstration. Ashton, good afternoon. There goes another one. Zoom. A319.
Speedbird 950, Mike.
It's funny because we're doing 20 knots, but look how nippy it feels in this little Airbus.
427 right, line up and wait.
Canadian Flight Sim says loves the new safety demonstration from All Nippon Airways. Pokemon characters, his daughter loves Pikachu. Haven't seen it yet, although Ashley did share it the other day in the Discord, the sort of members lounge area. Alpha 4 is the intersection we planned for, I think. So, yeah, there you go, look at that. It's almost as if I knew.
Speedbird 401, push and start approved, face north.
Push and start approved, facing north, Speedbird 401.
Alpha 9 Whiskey, I think. Yep. Has the real one pushed? We're going to do a quick check. Huh. We're ahead of the real jet. It's pushing back next after an aircraft gets behind it. So we're actually ahead of it.
Taxiing Alpha, holding Alpha 4, Speedbird 8 on 1. Speedbird 778, requesting taxi in sequence.
Speedbird 778, same to you, taxi Alpha.
It's cool operating within literally 5 minutes of a real flight with a load of real people on it.
Hold Alpha 4, Speedbird 778.
Speedbird 950, Mike, clear takeoff 27 right, wind 270 degrees, 14
Alpha 8, we've got one holding there.
27 right, clear takeoff, Speedbird 952.
So 7654.
Speedbird 952, Mike. Just getting a confirmation. Are we put our hand off to approach?
952, Mike, affirm contact director 119730.
This one, we'll contact director 119.
Take off memos, no blue.
Speedbird 952, Mike. G'day.
Kuwaiti 102 heavy, ready for taxi.
Q80 102, taxi Bravo, hold Titan.
Alpha 7.
Taxi Bravo, hold Titan, Kuwaiti 102 heavy.
Speedbird 91, Golf break for push, stand 512.
6.
Heathrow Tower, radio 31, Romeo Foster, 27 left.
Iberia 31 Romeo Foxtrot, Heathrow Tower, hello, clear to land 27 left, winds 240 degrees, 14 knots.
Not too bad, the winds actually. It says here we've got bang on 14 knot headwind.
91 Golf, after the company A321 passes behind your left
pretty nice.
to right.
We've got a massive D-rate today, flex at 80. Mark, welcome buddy. Yes, you always do like to be debriefed for departure.
Speedbird 91 Golf.
Alpha 5. Let's see, because I have got right of way. Let's see if this guy just ploughs in anyway. I mean, how fast is he going? He's desperately trying to get ahead. He's just going to get lined up behind me regardless. Scrub a bit of the speed off now, because we've got Alpha 4 coming up.
Monarch 7194 gives way to the British Airways A321 on your left hand side, then taxi link 58 Alpha 4.
So we get rid of all of that.
4.
Nicholas, welcome.
We'll follow the Speedbird A321 via link 58 Alpha 4, Monarch 7194.
Speedbird 542 Whiskey from Alpha 4, clear takeoff 27 right, wind 270 degrees 14 knots.
Bar Alpha 4, clear for takeoff 27 right, Speedbird 542 Whiskey.
Speedbird 950, Mike, contact director 119.730, bye bye.
TCAS, memos, light signs.
Speedbird 401, request taxi.
Ready. Small bus indeed, John, welcome.
Speedbird 950, Mike.
First time flying this stream, obviously yesterday we flew the A321, which I absolutely love. A little bit of a faff to try and get head around the way that flares, but I've been reliably promised if you idle the throttles at about 40 feet with the A321, you get a nicer flare and landing.
Via Bravo, link 58.
Right, let's stay fluid.
Alpha, and hold short Alpha 3.
Q8102, taxi link 21, link 23, hold Alpha 1.
Link 21, link
little dab at the
23,
brakes.
hold short Alpha 1, Kuwaiti 102.
Stick forwards. Put in the power. Centre the nose wheel. Flex. SRS. Runway. Power set. Speed's alive.
Osprey 490 via Alpha 4, line up and wait 27 right. Alpha 4, line up and wait, Osprey 490.
Recenter that stick. We'll probably use quite a bit of runway today with this big D rate. But we've gone with precisely what the Fenix calculator says. V1 rotates, V2. Positive rate, gear up. There she is.
Alpha 1, line up and wait 27 right, caution 1 intersection, departure ahead.
Absolutely stunning.
My Alpha 1 out of the way to Kuwaiti 102.
Autopilot 1 engaged. Flaps are up, no lights. Runway turn off, lights off.
091 Golf ready to taxi with information, Mike.
Leave a climb.
091 Golf, taxi Alpha, hold Alpha 4.
Alpha 4, hold Alpha 4 for Speedbird 91 Golf.
S.
Already back into the number 2, back to the Alpha.
And round we go. Some
Iberia 31 Romeo Foxtrot, thank you, take your next right on Delta, stand 561.
Delta 561, Iberia 31 Romeo.
Osprey 490, clear takeoff 27 right.
Beautiful Heathrow behind. Look at that. Should be handed off now.
Speedbird 542 Whiskey, contact director 119.730, bye bye.
Contact director 1190730, Speedbird 542 Whiskey. Thanks, have a good day.
Cheers, you too.
1973.
Left heading 105, we're going to go.
Korean 907 cleared eye left, approach 27 left. Cleared eye left.
Heathrow director, good afternoon. Speedbird 542 Whiskies, 5,500 feet, Detling 2 Foxtrot.
Speedbird 542 Whiskey, hello to you. Climb now, flight level 110.
Climb now, flight level 110. Good afternoon. Speedbird 542 Whiskey.
Speedbird 950 Mike 12 Unicorn 122.8. Goodbye. 122.8. Speedbird 950 Mike.
Transition. Standard.
Bulgarian 13 Alpha descends to altitude 4,000 feet.
1013.
Descend to 4,000 feet, anywhere else, yeah.
Climbing away. We can settle into the climb. I mean, I wasn't sure when this came out if I would like the A319 more than the A321, because I've always really liked the A321. That for me has been the... Left 100 degrees, Speedbird 542 Whiskey.
Korean 13 Alpha turn right, heading 240 degrees.
Right, 240 degrees.
Bit of traffic vectoring here. Chats, this is much more immersive and a bit more complete.
Information, Mike, report aircraft type, descend flight level 80, level Ockham.
Seatbelt signs. Look at that, little cross in the sky. That's cool.
300, descend level 80,
yeah, so as I was saying, I thought I would actually not really like this as much as the A321, but it's bloody brilliant. I love how dinky it is, but actually it's a bit of a sports car, but it can be a bit sluggish. It's just quirky, it's cool. And it flicks itself into the sky quite effortlessly as well.
Climb flight level 140.
Climb flight level 140, Speedbird 542 Whiskey.
Korean Air 907, contact Heathrow Tower 118.
Apologies, folks, it's busy. I don't want to miss any comms from the controller as well, so if I do miss the live chats because I'm busy flying the jet. We're expecting probably a direct to Detling or something soon.
Bulgarian 13 Alpha descend to altitude 3,000 feet when localizer established, detect glide path at 27.
There's London. Yeah, you can get some pretty cool airports with it, can't you? Try that for a little rotation speed. It's a bit better, isn't it?
Okay,
Just need to play the extenders theme tune now.
542 Whiskey, resume our navigation direct Dover, climb flight level 180.
Oh, navigation direct Dover, climb flight level 180, Speedbird 542 Whiskey. Managed.
Right, 195.
Direct Dover, flight level 180, set. Darren, good afternoon, mate. Welcome. This is, I think, probably one of my favourite airports, aircraft liveries that are currently available in the sim, the BEA livery. Fenix are putting in a whole load of other old school British Air sort of retro paint schemes as well. Unicorn for Speedbird 542 Whiskey. Thanks, have a good day, bye. The FCU doesn't work with it yet, David. 1228. We'll continue climb. 390, sorry. I don't think that's a good idea, Aaron. Taff it, you fasten your seatbelt securely. No thanks. I wouldn't be able to listen. It'd do my nut in. I'd fly EasyJet for the rest of my life. Oh dear. Gonna do a quick check to see where the real jet is. Bear with. That's Amsterdam. Wow, it's just left the stand. It's taxiing on Alpha. So as we turned on Alpha, that right turn, that's where it is at the moment. So we are well ahead, and it's got another probably 15-20 minutes before departure, because there's a bit of a queue for takeoffs at Heathrow. London City, just down there on the left. And then we'll have the miserable Kent coast, including the hellhole that is Gravesend, down below as well. You can definitely notice the difference between the various aeroplanes in this A320 series, which is really quite cool, because you've got the ability now to have a slightly louder flight deck atmosphere. That's Gravesend down there, isn't it? I think. Yeah, there's that big embankment thingy. Oh yes, I go there once every 3 months. Horrible. Yeah, like the flight deck environment here is a little bit noisier in the 319. There's a little bit more shh from the wind, and you get a bit more hum and buzz from those IAE engines compared to the A321 from yesterday's flight. And we had a little, ever so slightly quieter environment, but we then had all the other quirks to compete with, like the rotation, tail strike risk, and all the rest of it. So yeah, really cool. Yeah, apparently if I download MobiFlight, the Winwing FCU will work, but I just can't get my head around setting up MobiFlight. Okay, my technical ability is pretty low level, so I tend to not want to break stuff. So then I just leave it alone and I'll wait patiently for the update, really. PC performance is pretty much the same between all of them, Mark, to be honest. They have improved the performance, I think, slightly with the A320s, which is nice. No, it's not the simplest of things, is it, Darren? So that's what puts me off. But you know, I'm going back to work for 5 days now, so I'd like to think by the time I get back on the sim, maybe the end of next week, there would be there'll be an update, perhaps, from Winwing. I hope, anyway. We'll see what happens. Just grab that meta, put it in the live chat, see what we've got in Bologna. If you're enjoying the stream today, if you do enjoy it, if you're watching it post-live, then do press the like button, give us a little thumbs up, helps push that stream out there to more people and lets me know what content you like more than others. Helps me kind of focus on a few other bits. So. Yes, precisely, Aaron. Just like the Fenix A319 and A321, I sat waiting, didn't I? And I said on our Discord server, I said, I'm going to stop looking now, and I guarantee when I do, within the hour it will release. And it was literally 5 minutes later. Simon says, when taxiing out of Heathrow, were you using charts or is a tablet on board? So you could use charts. There is a tablet on board that you could use as well. You can sync your Navigraph into here, that Navigraph button there, and you can pull the charts. But I work at Heathrow and I drive on the apron regularly at work as well, so I know it like the back of my hand, so I don't really need the charts too much. So I just kind of taxi from memory. This aircraft has actually been back at Heathrow now for about a month, but prior to that spent about, I think, 2 years down at London Gatwick, flying around for the Euroflyer, but it's now since returned, which is nice, because it's really good to see this aeroplane buzzing around at Heathrow. It stands out. It does make me miss, because they did it at the same time the 747s got repainted as well for the 100-year anniversary of British Airways back in 2019. and they painted all of those 747s. So it does bring back kind of sad memories of that year being the year of COVID, of course, but the year that those British Airways 747s were repainted, and then just as quickly as they entered service with the new snazzy paint schemes like the Landor livery and all that, they were just absolutely stunning, weren't they? They then got retired because of the coronavirus. What airport is that? Is that Lyd? No, maybe not. Kent International Airport. Is that Manston? Effectively. I'm trying to think where Manston is. Maybe not. You know where all the trucks get parked up on to try and manage the flow at Dover? Maybe not. Oh, so it was Manston, there you go, yeah. Kent International Airport, I love it. Yeah, imagine, well, I'm trying to wonder what a Landor A350 would look like, but maybe it would look a bit too weird. I don't know, what do you guys reckon? A Boac A350. Do you reckon AI can draw that, like, accurately? Bing image creator. I'm running it, we'll see what it comes up with. If you look it up, someone's created a concept before for an A350 Boac livery. We'll see what AI gives us. God, that's well, it's because it's used British Airways, but it's actually got that bang on. But I need to change the image name, I think. The kind of detail of it, if that makes sense. Realistic photograph of an Airbus A350-1000 painted in a Boac retro livery. Oh yeah, hell yeah, that looks fantastic, doesn't it? Someone's actually created the... Let me show you guys this, if I can. Ah, chuffineck. I mean, it's obviously fake, isn't it? But how stunning would that look? That actually looks insane. That looks so good. The AI just really didn't get it. It was so far from the mark. Yeah, how do we make that happen? So, Aerosoft North Sea Pack at work down below. Yeah, same, Simon. I thought it might look a bit weird, but actually it's stunning, isn't it? It works. The new UK World Update with the upgraded photogrammetry is spectacular, isn't it? Look how photorealistic that looks. How about petition, Zato says? We can see if there is... Let me Google to see if there is actually a petition on there. When BA do put it on an A350, remember where you heard it first. What should we write? If we set up a petition, how should we structure it? We do such weird things here. Gary, welcome. The equivalent flight has just departed. What else should we put on this? Should I get a picture of that thing and... Can't think what else to put. Save image. JPEG. I don't know where it's gone actually. Continue with Google. I wonder if it'll allow me to sign up with my channel. It does. Definitely don't want to put my mobile number in there though. Create petition. There you go, folks. Let's get it done. Done for sharing now. Take me to the petition dashboard. It doesn't tell me who it's meant to go to. Yeah, we're doing it. Why not? Shall I put a shameless link to the YouTube channel on here as well? Elevator, welcome. My petitions, settings. I'm gonna have to put one of my, my general information upload photo with a little channel logo thing. I can't believe we're doing it. YouTube admin. Where is it? Where's my logo? But there you go, share it far and wide, and let's see how many signatures we can do, how many we can get. Oh, the last one I did was me shouting at Orbex because they weren't removing the static aircraft from scenery. Oh. Great link. Customize your petition link. Oh, that's even better. There we go, custom link, Bosh. I'll pin it as well so you guys can see it permanently. How exciting. I'll tell you what, if they do, I'm going to ask them to donate 2 or 3 seats as like prizes or something, just to be like, we've triggered this. I mean, that would be remarkably nice to see as well. It would turn heads, wouldn't it? Mark, good afternoon. No worries, buddy. Add category tags. There's a lot of work here. Aviation. Flying. Oh no, that's flying with pets. Simon, nice, love it. Apparently we're gaining momentum. There it is. It's actually there. Amazing. We'll see how far it gets. The elevator is cool, isn't it? How have you found the A321 out of curiosity? So yeah, I really love the A321. That slightly longer feel to it. Pretty quirky and cool. But this is remarkably fun, and the liveries like this one, the BA A319, are just spectacular. There's a lot of new British retro kind of paint schemes coming soon to the Fenix A321 and 19, by the way, for what it's worth. You know, looking at JMC have just been painted and released actually in the Fenix livery manager. But there's definitely some others as well coming, like Monarch and all the rest of it. So very, very exciting. Yeah, it's as close to a 757 as we can get, really, isn't it? Living a Dream says it's his first flight in the A321 right now, flew the A319 this morning. How have you found the differences out of curiosity. Right, let's see how we're getting on Valanta, shall we, as well. We are over Belgian airspace already. Well, there we are, blasting along. There's an emergency there, Condor 7 Charlie Fox underneath. We've got behind us Graham, Speedbird 4-5 Golf in the 321. There we go, there he is. I love the detail on these. There's that Kuwaiti 777 that was trying to race me on the taxiway. I think that might have been me taking off there actually as well. Gothenburg, Innsbruck. Little refresh there. French Toast, Speedbird 8901. We've also got, who else? Monarch 71904. He's in the A300 today. Old school. Oh, there's me taking off. The little dinky 19. That's a great screenshot. How are you finding the A319 now it's had that big update? I think that is all of us. Nope, there we go. Gav, Speedbird 5 Bravo as well. Just got airborne. Heathrow's so busy. Yeah, that's all of us. Got a bit of ATC there, look, as well. A bit of Germany online. Flight dynamics are so different as they should be, living the dream. Yeah, there's quite a significant difference between them. It's quite cool. Aviation UK, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. Do Ancient Dino. Snazzy snazzy. Mido, welcome. Speedbird 401 flying along as well. Can't see you on Valanta, but maybe I've missed it, matey. Easily done with all of the aeroplanes. Oh, there you are. You're on a completely different route. You're going over the English Channel at the moment in the 777. Oh, and David as well, look, Osprey 490 there. And then we've also got Osprey 789, Declan. Nice, got quite a few flying along in the EasyJet A319 at Heathrow. No comment. Oh, J-Russ, give it a go, it's pretty cool. William, I used the Inibuilds scenery. We're going to buzz along today. We're already like over a third of the way there. We've got that 56 knots sort of tailwind, probably more like 45 knots there. Very exciting. Which one did you get? Did you get the Airbus one, or did you get the like the F-16 HOTAS like I've got? Reminded me actually, I got sent another Denver the other day, but I forgot. We need to go and check that out really, as a competitor to Flightbeam Studios. And the Dream says his real world Airbus captain friend is currently testing the Builds A350 and he's loving it. Which is promising to hear, because I've kind of lost the excitement, lost the faith a little bit with any builds, with some of their most recent releases being lacking somewhat. I've kind of lost that confidence of it being a good aeroplane, because the A350 is one of those aircraft that I'm looking forward to the most. That and the 757, I think, now are the remaining aircraft that I'm looking forward to the most. Rab, you need to get that British Airways A350 BOAC retro livery request petition and share it with the Big Jet TV community. That's what there needs to be done. We need to have their support. Thousands will sign that within a day, I think. Is there a time scale for 319 and 21 liveries for Osprey Living the Dream? Hopefully by the end of this weekend, but it all depends on Tapsy's kind of workload really, because he's still doing a few other bits with it. Apparently the A319 one is a bit easier to paint than the 321, so that'll be done first, I think. Yeah, I'd imagine most people following Big Jet TV will end up signing that petition if they hear about it. That's how we grow it, and then we will hopefully get a BOAC inspired A350 livery. That would be epic. And then we can sit back and think, you know, we did this during randomly during a live stream in a Fenix A319, a Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've caused this repaint of an A350. Fingers crossed. Stranger things have happened, eh? I think when you set a decision maker on that, that's how it kind of pings British Airways, right? Petition to British Airways. There we go, I've done it. I've set it up properly now. Right, nice one. Mido, I'll probably go straight on to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and see what happens. I will probably keep Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 installed though, just in case. So when, you know, if they don't get all of these add-ons updated so quickly, then I've still got a simulator that I can enjoy. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. And we don't really know how quickly any of this is going to be carried across, do we? So it's all a bit unknown. De Kirsch, do a quick fuel check. 5320. Why can't I see that? KRH. .8 tons at the next waypoint. Colsrud. Mike. Not on change.org, I don't think. If it was on the official UK government one, it would be. Cheers, Doc. There's the arrival procedure, folks, for those of you flying along, because they're using runway 12 now in Bologna. It's the Venus for Mike, ILS Zulu, runway 12. Simon, that's epic. Wrote to British Airways in advance of his trip to Florida back in the day. That had been prior to all the security stuff, wouldn't it, now, with the flight deck being secured. Requesting a visit to the cockpit. Didn't happen on the way there, but it did on the way back. Ended up in the flight deck whilst landing into Heathrow, complete with headset to listen to ATC. Those were the days, so the retro may still happen. That's fantastic. Brian says Starmer will allocate the funds to an African airline. We're already over Luxembourg. Can't believe it. It's crazy. Right, let's have a quick swizzle of this. Just change the procedures. This is going to be ILS Zulu 12. Venus for Mike. Insert. Lovely job. Gamer Clark, welcome. How are you doing? So let's have a look at the charts. Boink. We can change this all across. We've got a tailwind of 2 knots for the arrival into Bologna with runway 12. ILS Zulu, transition on final, Venus for Mike. There we go. So coming in from the north, just passing to the west of Trento, we'll be working down into Bologna on this Venus for Mike arrival. So initially passing waypoint Venus, well into descent at that point already, working down to 5,000 feet at Creva, and then from there we're going to be braking northbound to Papa Echo 725, 721, bringing the speed down to maximum 230 knots, descending to 4,000 feet, working up to Papa Echo 515, max 210 knots, and then turning on to final there. MDUD max 200 knots at or above 2,500 feet. And there is a hold as well, where it's got that little H here. That links to this. So if it's really busy in Bologna, we enter the hold. There's a hold at MDUD right on final, which is rather handy, with a left-hand turn. But in any case, there it is actually on the charts for the approach, interestingly enough. In any case, from 10 miles to touchdown, sorry, we'll then join the ILS approach at 2,500 feet, working down towards the runway. Missed approach is climb runway heading, 500 feet, but not before 1 DME after the threshold. turn left, max 200 knots to intercept the radial 045 degrees until 14 DME Bologna to Mivpo at 4,000 feet and hold. Minimums were category C. So that's the baddie for us for today. 327. Plonk that in there. And runway lengthwise, because we'll hand fly the last little bit, so I'll go just for a basic ILS there. Runway length, we've got 2,803 metres, which is rather nice, although that's not usable for landing, because there's a big displaced threshold there, and there's a big displaced threshold there, so we've actually got landing beyond the threshold 2,493 metres of usable runway, which I think is not too dissimilar to Skiathos. I'll have to look at the charts to see what it all is, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But landing on 1-2, we'll work off down at Gulf there, and already look very short taxi straight into the apron. And we can look at the parking charts. Yeah, so we're going to taxi down Gulf through TS and then work our way into that stand there, 108 if it's free. That's where we're expecting to park. Very, very short taxi. And what's the airport elevation? 123 feet. Not too bad at all. So yeah, cool. The weather. Currently variable winds at 3 knots, cap OK, 32 degrees Celsius, temperature 21. 32, dew point 21, QNH 1014. And the transition altitude 1014, we'll go for 7,000. For that, just for simplicity, and we are done with the prep. Was that KRH waypoint again? I've got to try and find that. 4.8 tons, so we've got 200 tons left, 40 miles, so we'll just be over. What the? You'll advertise your petition on site and in emails. It may take 4 or 5 hours for your promotion to begin. You've earned a free promotion for the petition apparently. Your free promotion will start soon. They're going to put it on the home page. My goodness. I actually think this has got legs. Oh, wicked. It is free to sign. When you sign the petition, what it does do is it says, like, would you donate £2 to change.org? There's a button that says skip, so just skip that, because you don't need to donate any money or anything like that to it. It's a free petition website, but then usually you'll have an email sent to you which will then also have a link to verify your signature, and that will then basically go into like the petition being a it would be a signature added to the petition basically. It definitely needs to happen though now. We've committed. We need to harness the power of the community, the AV geeks around the world. 7 signatures apparently. I think it's more than that. It's just not catching up quick enough. Keep signing, folks. 9 signatures. Yeah, it's definitely not catching up. I am Zato and I approve this petition. What I should have done actually is like a... we could do like a little recording, couldn't we? We could put it on like a little, as a link, a YouTube link. Imagine this on an Airbus A350, but painted as a BOAC. I mean, this in itself looks great. It looks perfect on the A319 in the flesh, doesn't it? It looks really good. Zato says München is on the left-hand side. Almost, not quite there yet, though. I've actually uninstalled the MSFS München that's included in the World Update because I've got the Simwings one, so I don't need the included one that's now put into the thing. But it's over there somewhere. Quite far away though, like it's right off in the horizon, we won't see it. Big thanks to everyone who's hit the like button so far. 4920 on the fuel now. As we pass Karlsruhe 4.8, so we're just ever so slightly ahead on our fuel plan, which is good. 100 kilos more. What else we got? Progress. Optimal as well, we're flying near to it, it's 380, so as good as we're going to get there. Zart says, I remember P3D Just Flight made a Vickers VC10. If they ported the VC10 into MSFS, would you fly it? I don't know. Depends how good the port is and who does it. I think these older aircraft are quite niche, aren't they? So unless you're kind of from that era, you're less likely to buy it because it doesn't have the nostalgia that sucks you into buying it. So some of the younger folk in the community might see it and be like, what on earth is that? I'm not flying that. It doesn't have a side stick and an Airbus logic. So, do you know what I mean? So people struggle with the 737. Tony, why do some pilots add a few knots to the approach speed in the MCDU? So if you've got, we discussed it yesterday during our live stream, if you've got really gusty conditions, certainly in a Boeing you want to add 5 knots to your speed. Sometimes if it's really bad you might want to add 10 knots. And that's because if you've got say for example you're flying on approach at 140 knots and your alpha floor, the speed at which you're flying too slow, is at 135 knots, just hypothetically, and you had a headwind of 20 knots, but it was variable, so the winds were then shifting. So it's headwind of 20 knots, but it suddenly shifts and goes across the aeroplane instead of dead head on. You lose all that headwind, so that 20 knots gets deducted from your airspeed effectively, so then very quickly you're flying too slow. So you add some knots to give the engines a bit of time just to get, punch a bit of power in to stabilise the aircraft to prevent yourself flying too slowly. Probably the easiest way I could describe it. Probably not done a good job of describing it that way actually, but hopefully I have. It's basically done to increase your safety margin. But as we discovered yesterday, some of these Airbus aircraft, you don't need to worry about that too much. So in these ones with the wing fences, you might add 2 knots, and ground speed mini will deal with it for you. In the A320neo, like the fly-by-wire A321X, you don't need to, because the aircraft will dynamically sort itself out anyway, which is pretty smart. In a Boeing 737, however, it's not as smart, so you would need to add the 5 knots. So if your approach speed is 140, you would need to add 5 and set 145 knots manually, for example. Yeah, French toast do it. The Unibuild's A320neo is crap. So, unless you're on Xbox, where it's an improvement from the default A320neo, I've said time and time again, you just want to use, if you're on PC, the fly-by-wire A321X. Yeah, you punch it and pray, don't you, Aaron, in the Mad Dog? Did you hear yesterday that there was somebody taking off out of Skiathos in the Mad Dog and they had an engine failure? And we were watching them on Volanta and VATSIM radar, and they nailed the landing. I was about to say we're about halfway, but actually we've gone sailing past that. Look at the overlay. We're almost there. Jeez. Back there's the top of descent marker. 160 nautical miles. Bosh. Yeah, that's the thing. If fly-by-wire managed to grab the Unibuild's A320neo exterior and create, add their systems to it, it would be perfect, like you said. But unfortunately not. Ian, hello, buddy. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're feeling a bit better. You said you were under the weather yesterday. Hopefully a good bit of sleep sorted you out. It's pretty mad. We've already got 11 signatures on something we've just started. Cap McGee, yeah, I think there was something about that, wasn't there? It's they'd taken like elements of code and things, hadn't they? And Fly-by-wire had done like a deep dive of the code and found stuff they'd created in the code of the Unibuild's A320neo. But I don't know how far they got with that, or what the situation was with that. No worries, Ian. Looking forward to Bologna. The link for Bologna is in the description down below. You can get it via Contrail with our affiliate links. And it's created by MK Studios, so it'll be quite interesting to see how that pans out, what it all looks like. So, heyo, bye. And you know what we said yesterday? Where is it? It might be 0, isn't it? We mentioned about walking the cabin in the A321, didn't we? We went right to the back, had a little look at the rear galley area, and I think it's literally like almost twice the length. It seems that way anyway compared to the A321, doesn't it, when you're walking through the middle here. What I do really like about these liveries, created I think by a Terrier who's just an absolute magician with this stuff anyway, is it's absolutely bang on the money. So accurately done. It's a very short walk in the 319, isn't it? And that's bang on as well, even down to the font. Oh, he has, hasn't he, Mike? Yeah, Tarium Liveries is one of the finest of all these realistic liveries. Really cool. I mean, even even being able to add that as like a 3D asset to the bulkhead, look. Very smart. Whoa. Who we got? Munch radar. 134, 150.
I'm not following your route. Descent to flight level 310. Emirates 5 to Mike, Roger, and confirm.
Margot, hello, welcome. Where are the people? Hopefully we can fix that soon and have the people sat there in the cabin. Well, hello to Margot. Brian's granddaughter, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Flying along with us today. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Look at the Alps. They look vastly more detailed already. Munchen radar, good afternoon. Speedbird 542 Whiskies. Flight level 390 batter.
Kilo, mission radar identified. Climb to flight level 310.
310, left side, cabin Mexico.
With 500 whiskey, by the way, we sent the flight level 200.
Okay, then the ready to the flight level 200, switch out 500 whiskey.
Speedbird 542 whiskey, mission radar identified.
Lovely, you did. I think so, Ian, yes, there was an update to GSX today, but like I said at the start, I didn't, unfortunately, I think it released within about an hour of when I was basically starting the sim, and because of that, it meant that I didn't have the I don't have the update, which is a shame. But next week we'll get to enjoy that, hopefully.
Thanks for the service, guy.
We'll be going to Unicom pretty quick, literally as we tickle these mountains. But the Alps look great. And we've got Bologna Tower online as well, very exciting.
Condor 1572, proceed direct
I know, Aaron. My God, it's going back a long time. A very long time. Makes me feel old. 4 years we've had the channel. Amazing.
Emirates 5 to Mike, center flight level 240.
System Charlie, which level 200?
System Charlie, mission radar identified.
What's your radar? How do I
Is Margot going to grow up to be a pilot, Brian?
Of course, 37 Delta Hotel, mission radar identified.
And if anyone else in the live chat, have you flown over the Alps since the World Update got released the other day? Do you think there's much of a difference in the quality? This was great. Where's Innsbruck? It's going to be in the valley, so we might see it from where we are actually.
KLM 86, correction, KLM 6 Juliet, Mike Unicorn 1 to the simulate, bye bye.
Unicorn, bye bye, KLM 66.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll patch it soon though, David.
Charlie, proceed further to Gießen.
München is over that way, somewhere.
And Emirates 5 to Mike.
Right, that'll be it, there's Munich. Little blob of concrete over there. Quite far away though.
München radar, good afternoon. Oscar Mike Mike, flight level 190 inbound.
Oh, very exciting.
Mike,
Margot loves flying. He's going to Portugal in 3 weeks with Mummy and Daddy. It's very exciting.
1000, Oscar Mike Mike.
Nice holiday. Great to hear she loves flying already. That's epic. That's really cool.
Identified, flight level 170. Speedbird 6938, monitor Unicorn bound to the.
Oh, Waffley, no brainer there, mate. Get that get the Fenix A320 pack. %100%. These are spectacular.
Monitor Unicorn Swiss 50 whiskey Dachshund shoes.
They've improved photogrammetry of this area, haven't they? Or is it just me thinking I'm getting tricked by my own eyes? I think Innsbruck's like down there. I think it's in that valley. Yeah, in fact there's Innsbruck right there. Ian says, bit of news from Perth the other day. There was a very loud bang which was felt over most of Perth. Everyone was claiming it was an earthquake. Wow. What was it in the end? Turned out to be a Singapore Air Force F-15 breaking the sound barrier off the coast. Oh my god! Well, what were they doing that?
This 3 Mike Charlie, you set to flight level 160.
Level 160.
Lufthansa November Kilo, monitor Unicorn 1 to destinate. Bye bye.
We're going to be handed off now, I think. We're just in Austrian airspace now.
Lufthansa 9 Charlie Alpha, monitor Unicorn. Ciao.
Unicorn, monitor management Alpha, bye.
This 3 Mike Charlie, contact arrival 120.780. Ciao.
120.090, this is 01 Charlie, thanks.
Whiskey Mike 20 negative. The frequency is 120.780. 120.780. Correct, bye.
How small it is.
Speedbird 2344, contact arrival, 128 personnel, 0307. Speedbird 2344, contact mission arrival on 128 decimal 030. Bye bye.
That's pretty cool, Ian. MPS, good afternoon. It's not often you hear a loud bang with aircraft breaking the sound barrier. Surprised we haven't been handed off. Maybe he's forgotten about us.
That's pretty much on radar. Post 25,800, climbing 30,000.
Postman 6 on SP, mention radar, hello, identified, Roger, counter flight level 300 for 1,000.
Flight level 3,000, Mach 1,000.
Postman 6 on SP, just confirmed, flight level 300, 300.
Climbing flight level 30, sorry, let's start over. Postman 6 on Whiskey, climbing to 30,000 feet, Maching 1,000.
Speedbird 542 Whiskey, descend to flight level 330.
Descend to flight level 330, Speedbird 542 Whiskey. New cruise. We have to recruise the box. Starting the descent, really. But I love how he's extended his control. We're definitely in Austria, but I'm not complaining.
14 Lima mentioned radar, they have identified, proceed by the coordinate. NAS Aviation, correction, NAS Airways 45, monitor Unicorn 122, destinate, bye-bye.
He needs to take his microphone out of his mouth.
Lufthansa Lima X-ray, monitor Unicorn 122, destinate, bye-bye.
Radar, sorry about that, Lufthansa 3, Victor November, flight level 2804.
Victor November, mission radar was identified, descent to flight level 150 at 2,500 feet per minute operator.
Descent flight level 150 at 2,500.
Yeah, Milan is very stunning, isn't it, Brian? Because you come in round the Alps, it's just stunning. It's a very nice approach into Milan. But the Alps are just beautiful anyway, aren't they? I love how we've been stepped down ever so slightly.
Identified, climb to flight level 340, squawk 1,000.
I think that's the valley that's got Innsbruck in it.
Speedbird 542 Whiskey, monitor Unicorn 122, destimulate, ciao.
Unicorn 1228, Speedbird 542 Whiskey, Shuntag. 1228. Let's see. We've got Tower on 28. Next. Which I'll get ready, just in lieu of any other ATC that may come online. On 28. Just going to have a quick check of this. So, we could... We're in descent still actually here, but... might have to recruise the box shortly. Taser, welcome back. Well, we are top of descent, so it'll be a very short flight for you if you did want to join us. We've been stepped down actually ever so slightly towards the Alps. It just looks wonderful. Did they improve? Did you see World Update 18? Provides the highest resolution yet for the stunning scenery of Germany, Austria and Switzerland. Highlights include the Swiss Alps, mountain lakes, expansive forests, historic castles, cathedrals and modern architectural feats. They have partnered with Bing Maps, Vexel Imaging, Maxa Technologies, Gaia Simulations and Orbex to bring the three countries to Microsoft Flight Simulator's world in all new ways. The update serves as a fusion of recent aerial photographs, new digital elevation models, triangulated irregular network surface modelling, alongside handcrafted points of interest and airports. World Update 18 includes 10 tin cities, including Linz, Salzburg, Vienna in Austria, Berlin, Frankfurt am Main, Hanau, Frankfurt and Karau, Berlin, Potsdam in Germany, alongside Bern and Zurich in Switzerland. Most of Austria and parts of Germany and Switzerland feature new digital elevation modelling with resolution as great as 1 metre, and that is what we can see below. That is absolutely exquisite. Look at the detail. It's just incredible, isn't it, what Microsoft Flight Simulator has now become. The update also includes 116 points of interest, 42 in Germany, 38 Austria, 36 in Switzerland, and 3 beautifully handcrafted airports: Austria's Salzburg, Germany's München, and Switzerland's Bern. That's World Update 18 that was released yesterday. It's just wonderful, isn't it? See you, Simon. Have a good day, mate. Thanks for signing the petition. 30 miles, 20 miles. Do we want to go down this low? MPS says fly to Catania someday. It was a very nice place to fly from yesterday to Mykonos. Apparently they've incorporated, according to French Toast, some Flight Sim 2024 technology into this update. I mean, look at that! It's just on my 4K monitor in 4K. This is insane. And for those of you with a broadband speed quick enough, you'll be able to stream the stream in 2K 60 frames per second. Just incredible. Look at that mountain. Yeah, zipping around here in the ATR would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Yeah, imagine what Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is going to look like if this is what we're treated to now already. Very, very cool indeed. Right, let's just check to see if we've reboxed this. No. Just going to recruise the box. Very close to top of descent now. And just the other side of the mountains, leaving the Alps into Italy. Got here. Okay, so we got into information Bravo. I'm going to get rid of my phone because it's in the way of my notepad now. Info Bravo 1320Z, runway in use 12, transition level 70, Cavo K 33. 21 for the dew point, QNH 1013, which is the same as standard, which is very good. Runway conditions 666, contaminant dry, 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 info Bravo. So we want to go down to scores on the doors, 2500, that'll do. We'll just go for a continuous descent all the way down to 2500, low for the auto brake. We won't arm that yet, so we might need to use it, but everything else is set. Just going to finally check the data here. Interestingly, the winds seem calm. Just got to do a final check, but everything else is done. The rad nav page is done with the frequency, the course, the slope, and the 4-letter identifier. Bologna's VOR are now tracking, and there's the METAR. About to hit top of descent. So I'm going to go into managed mode just prior to reaching that. Look, 5 miles to go, and we begin the descent just slightly early to smooth it out. We say goodbye to the beautiful Alps one last time. Look at that. Remarkable. Who would have thought 4 years ago, and I know I've said this a lot, haven't I, but the sim just keeps improving. 4 years ago, we would never have thought we would have a simulator as good as this, with the products that we get to enjoy now as well. It's just spectacular, isn't it? And if you're just tuning in, here's a quick revision for the charts. We're coming in on the Venus for Mike arrival, and we're expecting the ILS Zulu runway 12. Heading in from Venus here, working down to 5,000 feet, and then we're going to go northwest to join that base leg, and then a long final like so. From Emdud, where we might hold if it's very busy, we'll set up for a Cat 1 ILS, just a very basic ILS, minimum's 327 feet, 2,500 feet level Emdud, working down on the approach. Going to bring that in a bit more. Got range ring to 40. Very exciting. About sort of 15 minutes, 15 miles away, sorry, Brian, should be reasonable enough, but the aircraft should hit a decel point and it automatically should kind of, depending on what you're doing anyway, it should automatically arm itself, but if not, I tend to, if I want to decelerate to the green dot speed, then I'll activate approach phase. That's the easiest way to remember it. If I want to decelerate to green dot, then I'll just activate approach. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, hello Stuback. Mega impressed with the last UK update. The major cities now look so realistic. Same, you can look around and actually identify like the roads that you recognise now because of how accurate it is. I've flown over the Alps quite a few times in the past as well. It just looks so photorealistic now, doesn't it? Look at that. He says as the sim does a quick refresh. Not long to go at all now. 27,000. That I think might be Milan down below. I might be wrong. I'll have to check the data. But I think that's Milan's Malpensa, is it not? Might be wrong. Let's just have a quick see if I can identify. Oh, no, it's Verona. Sorry, Verona. Milan's all the way off over that way somewhere in the distance. That's Verona, which we've also not flown into. Imagine how stunning that approach would be actually, having the Alps just the other side. That could be really, really good to do for the future. Zata, yeah, ILS Zulu runway 12. It's in the ATIS as well. Got got tower online, 120.8, which is nice. Tommaso, buongiorno. We'll speak to him just prior to turning, or as we turn final, but in the meantime we remain on Unicom. So the decision remains ours. There's Venus in 35 nautical miles, it's the entry into the star. Good, then we've got blue for the missed approach, which we've already briefed about as well. That's 4,000 to join the hold for the mist. Yeah, Napoli's great with the volcano there as well. Is it Mount Vesuvius? I think it is. Might be wrong. Might be getting all my geography confused today. Yeah, I know what you mean, Brian. So you can see little bits over there popping away. Oh, there we go. Speak of the devil. But this bit now I don't think is done, is it? This is Italy, so this isn't in the update. Is it Brazil next? That's going to be fantastic. Yeah, you're right, MPS. We don't fly in Italy enough. We need to fly here more. I think we've done Rome Fiumicino twice in 4 years. We've done Naples more than we've done Rome. There's all that downwind leg, look. So it'll be interesting to see where the decel points are. EE515, where's that? Crikey. 5,000? Chuffing heck. Hell no. We want to be at 3,500 there. Which is now going to screw up the VNAV, because we're going to be well above profile. Speed error at Papa Ever 730. 245. Max 230. Is it 230 like that in the box? I can't remember. No, it's not going to let me. Oh well. Right, so now we need speed brake. Yeah, I tried minus 230 AJ, it didn't do anything. Weird. It told me format error. Look. Doesn't make any sense, does it? That's how I've always thought it goes in. But it won't let me overwrite it. Oh well. It's because it needs to be max 230, and it's warning there that we're going to be well over that at 245. So we're going to have to go to kind of speed select mode instead. Yeah, odd, it's got completely locked, and in fact now all of these, it's given us the amber warning, look. So it can't. Yeah, tried B230 as well. Let me try that again. Because I just tried the other one as well. Well, I tried 230B actually, didn't I? But yeah, it doesn't take any of it. Oh well, weird. Back on profile now, either case, so that's good. We just monitor, I'll get rid of the speed brake. We'll monitor the rest of the descent now. Seatbelt signs on. Venus 3.6 tons. So we are 200 kilograms heavier than we were meant to be, but that's fine. .127. Look at that landing speed. So slow. How cute. Toga, know that you're not using the system correctly in the Airbus if you're doing that. You literally, after takeoff, you wait for thrust reduction, you put it into the climb gate, and you leave it there until you idle the throttle at touchdown. If you're using it any other way, then you're not using the auto throttle system properly. And if you're going to do it the way you're doing it there, then you need to turn the auto throttle off and just hand fly the throttles. Otherwise you're just fighting the system and all the stuff built into it. So we're going to go 270, 2000, we're going to start to bring the speed down now, proactively to 230, set that, speed brake extended. It's a slippy girl. Yeah, I don't think the A318 will be done because it's such a pointless aeroplane. Didn't sell many of them. Great to see lots of you liking today's live stream as well, appreciate it. Get my charts ready. We'll do full flap, Taser. Just going to bring that down a bit. So 1600 foot per minute, just force a bit more of a deceleration. And I'm going to do a little transmission. Bologna traffic, Speedbird 542 Whiskies, Airbus A319, currently flight level 100 on the descent, expecting ILS Zulu, runway 12 approach, Venus 4 Mike arrival, passing Creva currently, we'll report turning base, Bologna traffic. So we're below 250 now, that's good. We can then extend and increase that rate of descent some more, keeping the speed brakes out because we're going to have to manage the energy of the aeroplane now. There's the airport, look. So it seems like we're higher than we want to be here. So we're having to be proactive with this now. We've got a bit of time. We can always, this is where we've got to be proactive now in our thoughts, we can always extend that downwind if we want to. So if we find actually we're not quite at 4,000 feet by 721, let's just go to heading mode and extend that downwind leg. It's all about making those decisions at the right time. Otherwise, the other option is we turn in on final, we're too high, we can't get stable, and then we have to go missed approach. Sort this out. Okay, so now I'm going to arm approach phase, Brian, because I want the aeroplane to target green dot. And it looks like we're going to be descending all the way with speed brake extended here. So we could look at maybe different options for more drag. Look, VFE 230 knots for flaps 1, so we're still slightly too quick for flap 1, but that will help us extend drag. We'll gain lift, but we'll also increase the drag therefore on the aeroplane 1013 for the QNH. Mido, there is, but not on this section, unless they've just come online. Oh, they have just come online. Trofinek! Milano Radar, I think? No, is it Padova? Is it Midnut? I don't know who it is. It's Padova, I think. 125.9.
401 clear the RIP to 4 Mike arrival, expect ILS Zulu runway 12.
I'm going to forcibly trigger an overfly of these waypoints.
So RIP to 4 Mike arrival, runway 12, Speedbird 401.
But over radar, good afternoon, Speedbird 542 Whiskey is 5,000 feet, Papa Echo 721 inbound Bologna.
542 Whiskey, Pod Shower, radar contact. You may continue descend to 2,700 feet, clear the left Zulu runway 12.
Continue descent 2,500 cleared at ILS Zulu runway 12, and we have information Bravo on board, Speedbird 542 Whiskey.
Correct.
Weather, hello, SRO 9019.
Still speed brake, slippy. Look at that, beautiful. There's a lot going on here, and I've just tickled the extension, so I've actually gone over the waypoint, and I'm now going direct to the other waypoint. So I'm not, the M1AV here wants to kind of cut the corner, and I don't want that. Below speeds 230, it's good. Flap 1. And I can now bring that rate of descent to 1,200 foot per minute, maybe 1,000 foot per minute in fact. Below 210 knots now, which is the next maximum speed. So just going to bring the speed brake in, see how she behaves.
For inbound Bologna, 14,000.
It does say in the description, like you said.
Radar contact, you may continue to descend level 90.
Continue descend level 90, 191.
Radar, Speedbird station on
150 approach mode armed. ILS there, we need LS mode, so it gives us the diamonds, Brian, that's what the LS mode does there. Feels quick, doesn't it? Lights, signs. Speed brakes retracted, now armed. 2,500 level. So now that speed's going to come off. Now we should hold S, which is also 180. So I'm just going to select 180. So I've got the numbers on the box. Set 4 for the mist. Speed brakes armed.
You're following the Venus 4 Mike arrival.
There's the runway ahead. 13 DME.
You may continue descent to 5,000 feet, KNH 1013.
5,000, 1013, Osprey 490.
Speedbird 542 Whiskey's established 13 miles ILS 12.
542 Whiskey, roger, contact tower 120.8, ciao.
Tower 1208, thanks for the ATC, ciao, Speedbird 542 Whiskey.
Push it up through the facing east, QNH 1013, radar route for
Bologna Tower, good afternoon, Speedbird 542 Whiskey. So information Bravo, established ILS 12, 12 miles.
Speedbird 542 Whiskey, Bologna Tower, runway 12, clear to land, with the variable at 3 knots.
Runway 12, cleared land, Speedbird 542 Whiskey. Record. 319. Just getting flight recorder out for you folks. I know we don't do that often enough, but we have the time. Gear down at 10 miles. Flap 2, just to bring that nose down. Very excited to see how the behaviour of the aeroplane changes here. 1 dot to go for the glide slope. Coming up to 8 miles. We'll bring the speed down to 160. We'll keep reducing speed and extending flaps. Final checks, park brakes off, speed brakes armed, flaps 1 stage to go, that's good, fuel's good. Overhead panels checked, set, no lights. Get your charts ready. Bit bumpy, isn't it? Look, variable 3 knots, but it's just enough to throw us around a tad. 7 miles. Beautiful views. We'll get like the full replay in this view here after we land and shut down. We'll watch a couple of the touchdowns and then we'll go into observer mode and replay the rest. 6 miles. Full is 177, so good. Full flaps now. Landing memos, no blues. Gears down 3 green. Look at that for a nose down pitch. 5 miles. I'm going to begin to decelerate now because we're going down to 128 knots, which is very slow. Minimum's 327 baro. I'm just settling myself down into the controls now. Ready for the touchdown. Well, don't know why the drone camera does that still. But here we go. Dinky jet, we've got a little moment to grab a quick external view with the drone. Such a great livery, isn't it? Okay, 1,000 feet. Let's fly the beast in. I say the beast, I mean the baby. Baby bus. Baby bus, do 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 do, baby bus, do 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 do, baby bus, do 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 do, baby bus. Concentrate. Very easily distracted today, it seems. 4 knot crosswind left to right according to the nav display, but it kind of then veers round to a headwind, as you can see. So constant corrections. It's caused a little bit of sink. What a stunning approach.
100 above.
It's hard not to look around. I'm happy with the profile for the visual approach. Continue.
$100.
Looking ahead.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, retard.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that lands like an absolute dream.
Planetare with ITA route 344 ready for taxi.
100 knots. Manual brakes. Want to come off a Golf. 60 knots. Get rid of the reversals.
Via Tango Quebec and Tango.
50 knots.
Going holding point
Good speed to
Tango
vacate.
1, runway 12. ITA route 2344.
That feels very different to the A321. It's an absolute dream.
Define for 2 Whiskey, welcome Bologna, taxi via Tango, hold short Tango Quebec, expect to stand at 216.
Taxi Tango, hold short Tango Quebec and expects 216, Speedbird 542 Whiskey. Which one's that one? Rapidly zooming in on my charts. Taxi Tango. Where's Tango Quebec? Where the heck is Tango Quebec? Romeo Quebec, I got it. Master switch.
Okay, Speedbird 542 Whiskey, someone spawned on stand at 216, so taxi via Tango Romeo to stand 107.
Wilco, thanks. Tango Romeo, stand 107, Speedbird 542 Whiskey. There you go, Doc. One stand away from where we should be parking. But we'll take it. Nice to see Anita. Their paint scheme's lovely, isn't it? If it wasn't for such weird kind of business stuff. 107, follow me. Somebody's just done some weird zooming. Not sure what was going on there. 134 foot per minute. Bang on the touchdown zone. 108G. Sexy lady. Matthew, good morning. Says the 319 flies exactly like the real thing, but the 321 does have some excessive float. How was that touchdown? You were watching. You fly the real thing. 108. He gave us 107, didn't he? Good. Taxi lights off. Lights set. Everything's good. 107. That's all up and off and retracted. Darren, there was an update today, mate.
The tower Osprey.
That's why.
490 ILS 12. Osprey 490 Bologna Tower, ciao, runway 12, clear to land, with variable left 3 knots.
Let's see if we get stop 1 or stop 2. It's exciting flying into here for the first time. It's been it's something new, something fresh, even though the scenery is like a year old. Brakes. Pop them off. Well, although we can leave that off. We can reset the rudder trim for that matter as well. APU bleed, we'll leave that on. We'll turn the beacon lights off and the seatbelt signs. And we will... Oh, it's already doing it. Lovely jubbly. Look at that. Absolute beauty. We'll have a little look on New Sky and we'll get our score as well. I just want to, it's already doing it for me, take a screenshot. Don't know how far, in fact, I think David's on final, isn't he? Almost. I'm going to do flight recorder, stop recording. One and two left are now open. Disembarkation begins. And we've still got one on final. Just look at that. It's stunning, isn't it? And actually, I think now the 319 bizarrely might have become my slight favourite out of the three of them, bizarrely. And I never thought I'd say that. David's on final. Short final. Should be appearing in the view in a moment. The MK Studios Bologna scenery is a bit naff, isn't it? It's not... there's like a little kind of fissure mark there, just glitching, but the runway textures don't look that very good on the resolution, do they? Unless it's just me. I don't know, maybe... the colours just look a bit off. I don't know. But I don't know what the real one looks like, so I suppose I can't really comment too much. Any second should be appearing in the view. Let's just have a quick look to see how my petition is going for British Airways to repaint an A350 into a nice retro livery. 23 signatures so far, 452 views, and 5 shares, but only 23 have signed out of the 452 that have looked. Come on, guys. The touchdown pitch. Not sure. Let's have a quick look on New Sky. We'll close the flight, see what score we got with our 99 passengers. Little profit. 10 out of 10. Lovely. I don't know if it gives us a touchdown pitch. The other...
2344, all position, traffic is an A320 and 2.5, my fan.
I don't think it does give us a pitch.
All position, Itarro 2344.
We'll see anyway on the touchdown, won't we? On the replay in a bit. Oh, it's copying my aeroplane now, so it's got ground power and stuff connected. That's not off-putting at all. If I can get rid of that. Get rid of chocks and cones as well, just for the sake of it. Look at that, all walking in, very nice. That's neatened his aeroplane up a little bit. Now, how do you get rid of the white text above the marshaller? It's like a distance readout thing in the GSX options. There you go, AJ Finani, thank you matey, putting that there in the chat. Says it's in the GSX options, simulation, user interface, and then untick the parking system distance readout. Touchdown! On one wheel, show off! Nice work. Look at that, lovely.
One more arrival, Itaro 2344, no problem.
Let's have a look, see how we're getting on here with the plane. Wonderful. Definitely my favourite Airbus A319, A320 series retro jets, although it is somewhat biased, I guess. Osprey in the background.
450, runway 12, clear to land with the variable 3 knots.
We got him on short final, have we?
Osprey 490,
close.
Welcome Bologna, send 109, taxi via Tango and Tango Roma.
He should have loaded in by now.
I covered you, Osprey 4 extra. Osprey 490, send 109 via Tango and Tango Roma.
Oh, it's a mainline livery incoming, David. No. There's that little lit arrow waiting at the hold. Tango 1. And here comes our next pilot, which I think is in an A321 from memory. Let me just have a quick check. Yes, Graham, A321. Followed by Zato in his Monarch A300, which I don't think we have it model matched. French Toast after him. Gav, Speedbird 5 Bravo after him. Speedbird 501 in the 777 as well, flying around. I don't know if he's online or offline.
Roger, I'll continue Monarch 7194.
Yeah, no, he's flying offline. No, he's not, he's online. Lovely. We get to see a 777 land here as well. Remember, idle that beast at 40 feet to manage the speed.
194, reduce minimum approach speed.
Minimum approach speed.
And there goes the float. Here he goes. Nicely done. Looking good. Beast. Lovely.
Line up and wait, runway
X-ray
12,
Juliet. Welcome to Bologna.
Monarch 7194, fully established island.
Roger, continue approach, 1 departure ahead.
Now this is where the IT arrow is going to get an immediate departure. Quite possibly.
Taro 2344, runway 12, clear for takeoff, wind variable 3 knots.
Itaro 2344, 2342, correction. Ready and
stop.
Departure runway 12.
What is he doing?
Okay, but you're not lined up, sir. Runway 12, expedite and clear for takeoff.
I know, sorry for the inconvenience, but I don't know, but the plane turned completely right, so I was a little confused.
Fever Forte Golf, welcome Bologna, stand 110, taxi via Tango
Yeah, I think so, Matthew, yeah, there is that. FPT, no, I agree. There's Zato in his A300 now, short final, flying as slow as he can. I think it's actually model matched as well. This is going to be a tight one.
Mark 194, expect a late landing clear.
Baker, 194.
Cool shiny livery for Ito though, isn't it?
Speedbird 891 and number 2 following a heavy A300.
BEA spotted in the background. Oh my goodness. I don't think he quite calculated his performance correctly. Oh my goodness. He's the whole runway. Chuffing it. I thought he was going to keep going then. Here he goes, A300. See, short runways, I don't quite trust the Fenix performance calculations in the tablet, unfortunately. So I find that the performance calculations that you get in the SimBrief performance bit on the SimBrief website are a lot more accurate and reliable, with a bit more of a safety margin as well, for that matter. So I tend to use them. Certainly if I was taking off from here, I would use the SimBrief ones, not the ones in the Fenix tablet. Here he comes, beautiful Monarch Bumblebee liveried A300. Again, we've not flown that for a little while either. We probably need to dive back into that and see how they've got on with it. So, yeah, people keep swearing by the Fenix performance calculations, Rob's Aviation, but I've said for months now they just don't feel right. So definitely what you want to check out the SimBrief performance calculator now, which is in the SimBrief website. I've done a video on it. Beautiful touchdown, Zato. Nice livery in November Sierra. But even today, like, you know, it gave me a flex of 80 degrees. Weird, unnecessary. SimBrief's performance calculator would have given me, I think it was 60 something. In fact, let me run the numbers again, I'll just see what it gives us. SimBrief. Just going to jump in here a second and look at what we had earlier. Shift to 300.
Via Tango and Tango Union.
Send 122 via Tango and Tango is for Mark 194.
So I'm just going to take off that 300. Right, that's good. Optimal flex. You see, flex of 67, not 80. Crazy. So it's just so off. Well, flex of 67 is still high, Christopher, but flex of 80. No, I see. Maybe in America, I don't know, but I see the aircraft fly every day at work with British Airways at the Alpha 4 intersection, and they never use the amount of runway that we've used today on this stream with that performance calculation. It is off. It is off. It's just not. There's just something not quite right about it. And I've said it for months. Yesterday as well almost proved it, because we used where did we fly? Manchester, didn't we? Yeah, Manchester. We used almost the whole runway, I think, from memory. The The Simbrief takeoff numbers are much more realistic, Matthew says. However, the V-speeds in it are incorrect. I remember using the Simbrief Flex with the EFB's V-speeds.
Speedbird 401, Bologna Tower, ciao, runway 12 clear to land, wind variable 39.
The one thing I do like with this, the Simbrief stuff, is you get that improved climb. Zoom temp 67 there. 125, 125, 126. And like that, B1 152 in the A319, which again just seems too high in a little aeroplane. Right? Maybe it's just me.
Speedbird 891, welcome to Bologna, taxi stand 105, via Tango,
Parking up.
Tango Uniform.
Tango Uniform, can you repeat that stand for us, Speedbird 891?
Mido's on final. I'm just going to start the engines, Mido, while you're on final, so I get to do the replay. Get rid of all those, and I'm going to restart QATL. In fact, I'm going to exit QATL so it doesn't trigger the bits. Start the engines. Matthew says, yeah, I've been seeing V2 below VLS on climb, which is not correct in the... Is that in the Simbrief calculations? But the flex is better in the Simbrief calculations. It's a lot more accurate, isn't it? The thrust settings, the power settings. So there you go, just to complicate things, if you're going to do performance calculations in the Fenix A319, the A320 or the A321, go to Simbrief, Performance and Tools, run the data, take the flex and the assumed temperatures and the flap setting, but use the V-speeds inside the Fenix EFB. So you've got to take a blend of both. Here comes a British Airways 777 into Bologna. Probably for the first time ever in history. Has the real flight landed yet? Speedbird 542 Whiskey. Let's have a quick check.
Speedbird 5 Bravo, Bologna Tower, number 2 following a heavy 777-300 on short final. Continue the approach.
Show on map. It's just landed. Just about to park up on stand, in fact. Beautiful 777-300ER, my favourite in the sim by a long stretch. Look at that, beautiful greaser, right on the touchdown zone as well. Majestic bird. Absolute stunner. Engine 1, let's throw the fuel in, get it started. We're getting ready for our replay. There's that weird fissure that's on the runway again, look, on this MK Studios Bologna scenery. There is a freeware scenery on flightsim.to for Bologna, by the way, for what it's worth, folks. If you are thinking of getting one for today, the freeware one looks pretty good as well. Mido, good effort. Very nice. Yeah, Gary's tracking the real flight there. Look, BA542, which is the flight for today that we were following. We actually got ahead of because of all of the Storm Lillian delays at Heathrow in real life. Freebie just bought Pine Reek Belfast. Is it any good? Yes, it is. Very, very good. Robs, there is. That's made by EasyJet Sim Pilot, and this is the thing. He started slating the Simbrief performance planner, and then began saying how his one, which I can't remember the name of, is a lot better, without actually making it particularly clear in the video that it's actually his own product that he's selling. So, somewhat biased, and absolute nonsense. But yeah, this is where you guys, it's difficult watching, trying to pick together what's true, what's not, and all the rest of it. Sadly. And I hope to at least dent some of the nonsense that goes on in the community with content creators spewing their mouth or whatever else, trying to make money and all the rest of it. Hopefully I can notch against that. Matthew says, do you want to see how close the EFB takeoff calculator is to real life numbers? Yes. Oh yeah, that's it, SimSmart. That's it. Yeah, so that's EasyJet SimPilot's own product. As misleading as that is, for him to slate something that's free on SimBrief because it affects the sales of his own product. The SimBrief performance calculator, folks, is all you need, really. 319, beautiful touchdown. Grazie mille, Zato. Have a good one. Lovely touchdown there in the 19. I think we've got another one of final. Loads flying along today. It's fantastic. Final stream of the week. There might be Gav coming in now, I think.
Tower, hello, Speedbird 5, Lima Echo, establish ILS1.
Oh no, that was Gav, I think, actually. Yes. So we've got one more left. 5 Lima Echo. Delta Tango, thanks buddy. Don't forget folks, click the link in the live chat description. It's pinned. It's I don't know why we've done it, it just seems like a good idea. We'll see how powerful it is. But we've set up a petition for British Airways to repaint one of their A350s in the lovely BOAC livery. So definitely want to check that out and sign that if you will. It's free to sign. Last pilot in. I'm going to log off and begin the replay. Tower Speedbird 542 Whiskey is shut down, logging off. Thank you very much to the ATC. Have a good day.
Thanks for time, bye.
So I'm going to go to observer mode now, so we can still watch that landing for the final pilot coming in. There he is, good timing. I'm going to go cameras, follow aircraft off. Here he comes. Just prepping my replay. Okay, right. Well, my replay is now playing in the background. So we get to watch it straight after. Whoop. A little wibbly wobbly. Whee! Nice! That's the VATSIM network being a bit funky there, but that touchdown looked beautiful as well. Great effort. Busy, isn't it? So we want to see my touchdown. That is coming up now on the replay. Let's see if I can wind it forward a bit, see how close we get. There we go. Beautiful BEA retrojet. Going to make sure we've got... Yeah, that's all set. Good. So one thing it doesn't do, flight control replay currently, is match the throttle input. So it's just like maxing the engines out because it just doesn't know. We did stop New Sky, didn't we? Good.
Stand 107
Yes.
via Tango, Tango Romeo,
We're a bit late for that now, we get the slew cheat thing. But those variable winds, kind of just wiggling us about a little bit. No, just the one sector today, Mido. I go back to work tomorrow. I've got to cut my own hair now because I've stopped paying for a barber. I decided to, through COVID actually, funnily enough, I decided to start doing it myself. Saves me a fortune, and it's actually quite easy to do. Yeah, it doesn't mean they won't have a Flex of 80 taser. That might be used in some instances, but we had it yesterday, and we got it today. Here we go. Here's my touchdown. Flare. Yeah, baby. Look at that. Tickle the nose down. Bosh. So who wanted to see the pitch, the landing pitch? Let's just I'll try and replay that. There you go, wheels on the ground. There's the pitch for the touchdown. It looks so small. Look at that, just absolutely stunning, isn't it? There's the touchdown pitch. A couple of degrees. What have we got here? 5, bang on. Not bad, eh? How does that look, Matthew? You're the real pilot of these. I'll tell you what we could do next. My favourite view. There's that stupid noise again from the replay, so I've got to wiggle the controls. Matthew, good. Thankful. There you go. Hopefully you've all enjoyed today's live stream. It's been last 2 days actually been very, very enjoyable flying the new Fenix A321 and now the Fenix A319, which has grown on me immeasurably, rather rapidly actually. In fact, I thought I would resist this more than the 21, but I actually think this is now, out of the 3 Airbus A320 series available, might actually be my favourite. What do you guys think? Is it yours, or do you prefer the longer A321? Hit like before you head off. Sign that petition as well if you haven't already done so. Doink! There we go. Kiss it to the ground. And keep an eye on the channel over the next few days. I'll be back to work, but I'll be hard at work planning the next live streams, probably with some other A319, A321 work to be done as well. But in the meantime, as always, hit subscribe if you're new here and you haven't yet done so. And continue the conversation over in Discord. Big thank you to our air traffic controllers, both sides of the flight today, and everyone else who flew along as well. Some great efforts landing here in beautiful Bologna, the links for which are in the description below. But in the meantime, as always, enjoy the rest of the week ahead, and the weekend coming up. Lots of flights I'm sure to be done with our fellow Osprey pilots. Hopefully we'll have our livery soon as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, folks. See you the other side of the weekend. Take care. Thanks for watching.